narcotics in progress. Any officers in Nomad,
Wow,
please
starting
respond.
this one off with a banger, aren't
Drug deals and criminals. They go together like cookies and milk.
Gotta be honest, not a fan of Big Pharma, especially back alley Big Pharma.
they? Not yeah. Did I just waste my entire play?
Huh. Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in
Knuckle Duster Fist.
Fisk beat the hell out of me with these. I almost used them for evidence, until MJ pointed out I was trespassing, so I'd probably end up in jail. Tip.
Never go park or what? So I get you off.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool, I'm on my way.
Yeah, sure, just run me through these two games real quick and I'll get right over.
Local units. Need a response to a robbery. Suspects are armed. Officers needed on scene in Clinton.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. There's no right on the sign.
I need something else to throw. That did not help me. Hubcap, anything? Damn, anything.
Hope crime would decline post-Fisk. Might have been too optimistic.
We got this, Spider-Man. Thanks anyway.
Cool. I'm so glad. You're welcome, man. Yeah, you're welcome for, you know, fixing the power.
When the vulture
Oh,
cracked
sure.
my eye lens, it almost blinded me. That was a wake-up call. Had to upgrade to a stronger material.
Yeah, that's very true.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent.
Mr. Parker, it's cold serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings.
Wait, I get paid at the end of the week. I can... Ugh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
I guess a tool. Come on, activate those!
How I thought today was gonna go.
I'm losing him. Gotta catch up.
Excuse me?
Just drop me off at the jail. No
Where
reason.
we go?
Hold steady.
Curbside service.
Hello? Isn't that almost like calm down now? Do you think that we can something over? There's a Spider-Man. Hi, bullshit. Stop that.
Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him?
No. No, no. Don't give him that satisfaction. Okay. Ooh, a triple right there. Let's go get all three of these.
All units be advised, break-in reported in progress. Additional officers requested near
Masked up
Flatiron.
piece. Perfect.
Fact. What is that?
Ever hear a knocking?
Holy back up! Back up! Random.
That's a keeper.
I know, I'm a jerk.
You just one.
Empire State University, the old alma mater, and holder of my student loans.
But she's a jolly good girl. But she's a jolly good girl. She's a jolly good girl. Nobody can deny. I don't know Tyler's price. I remember that considering. Typically, I don't end up knowing that. She's John Clean, but she's John Glow. She ain't my 18%.
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
Ooh.
Hey, Peter.
What's up, man? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey guys, how's the game going?
How's it look like it's going? I'm winning.
Get this guy checked for dementia, Pete. I'm crushing him.
Well, the important thing is having fun.
I have a lot of fun whooping his ass.
And your dreams, crazy lady. Want a game, Pete? We play for peanuts.
No. Too rich for my blood. I'll leave you to it.
Your
Your aunt's in the back, I think.
oh, thank you.
Hey, Peter.
Yeah, probably too rich for my blood.
Just dropping in.
However, once things quieted down, it wasn't long before Fisk himself.
Hey, Martin, so sorry I'm
For
late.
anybody wondering, that was a sneeze. It hurt.
Just keep her distracted while we get everything.
Yeah.
Got it. Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy
No,
boxes.
no. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay. Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
Oh.
She is,
The two
Don't
of you would make
say
some
that.
beautiful babies. Peter, what is it?
I mean, listen,
Come on,
this
you can tell
game's
me.
interesting. All of them. Yeah.
these past few years,
I did.
you helped me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything. Here's to many more years of service.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone.
You help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Hello?
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party.
I wish
It really means
this
a lot.
man listen. Just put my controller to my face and hello?
Voicemail from Yuri.
Until I
You
first
should check
time
it
to
outside.
that one scene.
Rather live on the street than ask my
I don't know something in there. It's not a real matter. That's a big F though. Big F. Don't piece of shit. Well, she's a jolly girl. She's a jolly girl.
Hey, silent alarm at the auction house holding Fisk's estate sale just tripped. Could you check it out? Quietly? I don't want to make a scene if it's nothing.
Fisk estate sale. Sounds fun. Wonder what the Kingpin had hidden in his closets.
You said the R. Please don't listen to us. I was having fun. I was having fun.
All units be advised.
armed robbery in progress. Available officers, please proceed to Bryant. Over.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. Says so right on the...
Peter, I lost track of you at the party.
Yeah, I had to get to the lab. Sorry.
Don't apologize. I just wanted to tell you how much what you said meant to me. I always wonder if I'm doing right by you.
Well, stop wondering. After losing my parents and Uncle Ben, there are so many times I would have fallen apart if not for you.
Well, that works both ways, Peter. I just wanted to make sure you knew that.
May, I don't know what to say.
Oh, I think Mr. Lee needs my help. I should go. See you soon, dear. I love you.
Love you too.
Now focus, why aren't you doing? All right.
Resting Fist brought all the small timers out of the woodwork. Nailed it.
How far was that? That's not good. I'll go back now.
This piece of the Shocker's original uniform showed me how to protect myself from his blasts. Of course, they always upgrade, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. They sure do.
Officers, be advised. We have a report of a missing person. Officers near Devil's Shelf, please report to the scene.
I'll set my earpiece to focus on muffled voices. This tower. If I was them, I might start thinking about a new name. My suit's onboard AI can tell me the most likely area where the victim is.
In here.
You're safe now.
Yes, you are.
Step, they're the ones. You want one too? We gotta keep them on the ground. Push that.
Get off me! Leave me alone! Okay, who the hell has me? If I keep getting put down by random crimes. Yeah.
Good shot.
Okay, now like this. Seriously, level 10? I'm really not excited though. What I know is gonna happen. I really hope it's not already. Ooh, that's a bad one. There we go.
Yuri said quietly. Better find a back way in.
What does it look like on the inside? That's the big idea. Great, great.
I am losing
My
patience.
favorite part
Where
of this game
is the file?
MJ
There's someone else
levels.
here. They must have taken it.
Those masks. Who are these guys?
There's no one here but us. We will find the file, or you will die.
This is bad. They'll kill her if I alert them. Need to pick them off silently. Yuri, the silent alarm was legit. Masked gunmen and a single hostage. Looks like a heist in progress.
Copy that. Sending units your way. Keep the situation from getting worse in the meantime.
Can do.
Working on it. There's a please. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Gotta do this quietly. Don't want to alert the others.
Computer, please stop trying to lift off.
They always look so cozy whipped up like that.
This game is so fluid. I love it.
Should web him from above.
That would hurt your back. Seriously.
Oh, careful. You stay quiet now.
That was great, Spike.
Someone else is here. I swear. She must have the file.
If they're here, where are they?
Okay. Okay, so neither one is blah blah blah. Okay, so then let me. Smash me to the box and break his
Hey,
jaw.
what is that?
MJ's camera.
This totally belongs to...
Don't move.
Buddy, if I had a nickel for every don't move...
Hey, Pete.
I'm gonna smack you upside the head with that face.
What are you doing here?
Same as you. Working. At least, I was.
Oh, I think this is yours.
Yeah, thanks.
So, Robbie's got you covering a break-in for the Bugle?
Oh, that's so cute.
Robbie doesn't technically know I'm here.
Did you
And it
see
wasn't
the
a break-in
lanyard
until a
that
few
was
minutes
on
ago.
it? It's a
Plenty.
Spidey lanyard. 15 minutes earlier. I'm just sad about you. He's cool. A lot better than MJ. I will say that.
Excuse me.
Actually,
Hi,
he's one of
Mary
the
Jane
few
Watson.
characters
I'm
that
covering the Fisk estate sale.
Hello.
has
Craig said
cool
we do
outfits
this
and
tomorrow.
everything.
I like to get a jump on things.
Well, I don't. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Hey, Craig? No, sorry. It looks like we're gonna have to run something else on the cover. I don't know. Maybe the expressionist piece?
You know what? I think I can make today work. Are you sure? You're here. No moment like the present.
Thank you. Craig? Never mind. We're good.
Let's get started.
Whoever chooses. Yeah, I was gonna say whoever chooses.
Look around and familiarize yourself with the items. I'll be waiting by the Baku statue when you're ready to begin.
Baku.
Can do.
Dreaming?
I get why Peter does it, but I never totally loved the heroes hiding
Shut
behind
up.
masks thing. Feels like
I
part
love
of
it.
being a hero. Fisk cut Peter open like a pork sausage with this the first time they fought. Simcaria. Weren't they just in the news? Sometimes I feel like the whole history of the world is just boys playing dress up, getting into fights. I can't get over this image.
Part of
So
being a
much
hero
tension
is
between these
not
two figures.
needing to stand behind your actions. You don't need to. People don't need to
Let me
know
know
who
when you're
you
ready
are
to begin.
in order
Sounds
to be a
good.
hero.
Brought hidden crimes to light. We got an old school investigative journalist over here. I like her.
In a professional context, I handled many of his sales. Let's move on, please.
Wee pictures. Are you following me? Or am I following you? I broke her. I broke her.
Now this exquisite piece exemplifies the
And she
traditional
fixed herself.
Tawashikomi puddled ink effect.
The two Neo are so imposing. I can see why Fisk liked this piece. Definitely his style.
He loved the duality. Destruction screams, but creation toils in silence.
Was there ever anything irregular in any of the sales you handled for him?
No. No, of course not.
So,
Not that I
yes,
was aware
entirely.
of. Notice the intricate gold inlay on this ceremonial tea set.
It's just... A friend in the DA's office mentioned that Fisk used art sales to launder stolen goods.
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh, I know. I was just wondering, now that he's arrested, if you had ever noticed anything strange.
You know what? I'm actually running short of time. Why don't we grab the cover photo while we can?
Do not
When I
zoom
told
on
my
her
DA
face.
friend I was doing a piece on you, he mentioned your name was familiar.
Just the photo, please. Stand right there.
Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to say, maybe off the record,
Go for it.
regarding Fisk's activities?
I don't think your readers would have any interest in... Damn it.
Run.
Wait here, please.
Run. Run, 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 run. Why do you want to follow her? Do you like your jacket?
Wait, I recognize that statue.
Yeah, so do I.
Gotta get a photo. That should got it.
Craig, I'll call you back. My dear, I think...
Oh,
You don't know where I am.
could I use the restroom real quick? Thank you. This is a really lovely space.
It is. And this will be the last time you see it. The ladies is around the corner. Be quick.
Of course. Be right back.
I wonder if she's into us or not. What about the first time MJ
Hello,
was
Craig.
introduced in
Funny
this
you should
game?
call.
She just
Because the
was
reporter you
doing
sent is clearly not working the puff piece we agreed upon. No, she's here now.
I've got to get into that back room. If that statue is what I think it is, this just turned into a huge story. Quiet.
What do you mean he had to reschedule? If she's not your reporter, who is she, Craig? Who is in my auction house? Oh my god. No, I do not trust you to fix this. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is have Miss Investigative Journalist arrested. And the second thing I'm going to do is collect your head, Craig.
Dang, she's pissed.
Yeah.
Pete told me about this. Fisk used it to hide evidence. Why didn't the cops take it? I know this statue opens. But how?
Probably like this.
That's the Neo behind them. But it looks different. She certainly is cozy with Fisk.
So icon.
Statue can move. Most common pose is latent power. Mouth. He's holding something. Maybe these pieces move. The catalog mentioned two poses. Mouth closed, left arm down. The catalog mentioned two poses. Mouth closed, left arm down. Nice. So close. But I've seen these before. That's not right.
Okay, then why'd you grab this one? Isn't that this one? Grab this one or this one? Yep.
That's it. Norman Osborn. What is this? Devil's breath. What is devil's... What the...
Please, no more of your stuff, bro. Okay,
Excuse me, sir. You can't be...
Mm.
Not good.
Where's the statue?
In there.
Here, do you mind not taking off this every time I record?
I was on my way to the exit when I saw you.
You're lucky to be alive.
Says the guy I saved 5 minutes ago.
You did not
Listen,
save me.
Whoever these masked guys are, they're after this file. But I'll never get it out of here while the place is swarming with them.
Right. Okay, you hide back there. I take out the bad guys. You make a break when it's clear.
Sounds like a plan. Good to see you, Pete.
Yeah, you too. Not exactly how I pictured us meeting again, though.
Funny. It's exactly how I pictured it.
So glad for you.
Did she change her perfume?
Focus, Pete, focus.
What? Are you?
Yes. All right. Of course.
Should clear these guys
Yeah,
out before I push forward.
I mean, good.
Sleep it off.
Okay, Pete. I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what...
You know what? I don't care. Well, okay. That's wrong. We're Spider-Man today. So... that makes me can't just let.
Okay, Pete. I'm hidden near the front. Give the word and I'll make a break for it.
Will do. How about that file? What's in it that these guys want so bad?
Notes on something called Devil's Breath. Fisk was hired to build a secret research lab for it. Not clear what Devil's Breath is, but it seemed to scare Fisk. He compares it to Pandora's box.
Not much shook Fisk. We need to get you and that file out of here. Hang tight. There we go. Okay, room is clear.
Oh, wrong way. Damn it!
Hey, I remember that. What's this called?
Seriously, seriously. They let me fight for that long? I don't think it's supposed to. I'm not brave. What could have ended with not? Maybe me pummeling two of their men? No, that's crazy. Crazy talk.
我听到有声音，看到人了，放松吧，没发现。还有谁听到了吗？
No, he's not. Well, he's not anymore.
No! Let me go!
MJ.
Oh no, what did we do? Oh no.
No.
Whatever did we do?
Not cool with the hostage taking, guys. Whoa! What is up with that glowy stuff on your hands? Are you guys ghosts? Never fought a ghost before.
Yes, you have.
I mean, I've fought specters, but, you know, technically specters aren't ghosts. All ghosts are specters,
I mean,
not all specters are ghosts.
you fought a dude named Ghost. That helps you guys, huh?
Seems like this is an energy thing, not a ghost thing.
All good. Fight a ghost stays on the old bucket list.
Go. Not go. Excuse me. Have a nice day.
Was it a workout?
I don't see think you still feel it.
Huh. Looks antique. I think I know someone who could help track down where this came from. A job for later.
I just talked to Craig. You are not the reporter he was sending. You don't even work for Heritage Arts.
Never said I did. Hi, Mary Jane Watson, Daily Bugle.
You will not write a word of what you saw
For the
here.
record, what do you know about the file those masked men stole?
That... I don't...
What about the long history of stolen goods Fisk has laundered at this auction house?
Your editor will be hearing from our attorney.
May or may not have to send myself on the bench to control. Ow.
Mix. Like the last 6 months never happened?
Wow. So classy and both of you. You are MJ. Best friends forever.
Since when did Mix become Italian?
No idea, but I'm still glad he makes these fries.
Totally. Best in the city.
So, how's the grind at the Bugle?
Well, I just got an all-caps text from Robbie about my so-called antics tonight. So it looks like I'll be meeting with a legal team. Again.
As soon as he reads the article you're gonna write, guaranteed promotion.
So, creepy mask guys. What's your take?
Just another night in the city. What's your take?
I feel like there's a bigger story there.
Sure.
Let's not make this all about business. How's it going with you? Did you get that promotion?
No, but we're on the cusp of something really big.
You know Oscorp would hire you in a heartbeat, right? One phone call to hair.
Sure, but Dr. Octavius's work will help millions. I'm right where I want to be, right where I should be.
Almost sounds like it's more important than your other job. I've never heard you talk like that before.
A lot can change in 6 months.
She like almost flinched at that.
Why did you ask me here, Pete?
Disgusted.
No,
What, so it's not allowed to do something other than be a superhero?
Is that what we are?
Maybe we could be, you know, if that's what you wanted.
There's a lot of baggage here.
Yeah, sure, but is that so bad?
There's a
baggage
lot.
can carry good things too, like money and keys, raspberry lip balm.
Do you remember why we broke up?
This is a trick question, isn't it?
Saved by the siren.
Talk to you later.
Go.
Because he's trying to literally juggle multiple lives at once.
Love seeing you two together again. You always were my favorites.
Me too, Sam. Me too. Me too. Holy crap.
Hey, it's me. What's with the units heading down 3rd?
Looks like our old friend Herman Schultz is at it again.
Yes.
Shocker. Didn't he just get paroled?
Yeah, well, guess it didn't take.
Yes.
No worries. Herman's just a big cupcake. I'll have him back in Rikers by bedtime.
I want research tokens. Sure, I don't care. Crime.
Just had
Always
dinner with
the
my ex
crime.
after saving her from masked criminals. And now I'm gonna go beat up a maniac who uses shockwaves to rob people. What a perfectly normal life you have, Peter Parker.
Hey, run my shit.
1031. Break
Yes,
in
you
in
got.
progress.
Peter,
I just want to make sure you haven't left any equipment you built for your friend around the lab. It's no bother to
That's
me,
never
but if
done.
the grant committee stops by again,
Don't worry, Doc. I make a point not to leave anything there. But I know my friend appreciates you looking out for him. There's a lot of people who don't like him very much.
that buffoon Jameson and his audience of sheep, please.
Literally didn't see that coming.
Great things in this world are those who don't let bullies like him stand in their way. People like us.
You said a mouthful, Doc. Take care. So, you're all going to jail, where I bet you'll be as good at breaking out as you were at breaking in.